Hi, today I'm going to make my blueberry cheesecake, and since I always get asked for the recipe, I thought I'd film it. It's raw, so there is no cooking and no refined white sugar. So what you'll need is a blender, a pop-out bottom cake tin. For the base, 1 cup of almonds, half a cup of Brazil nuts. I've got my Brazil nuts mixed in here with some walnuts, so I'll probably just throw a bit of a mixture in. Half a cup of pecans, 4 dates. I use Medjool dates, which are larger than your regular dates. So if you use regular dates from the supermarket, add a couple extra in. Then you're going to pop in half a cup of coconut flakes, half a cup of coconut oil, which we will melt, and 2 tablespoons of ground cacao powder. For the filling, 2 cups of cashew nuts, which you need to soak for minimum 2 hours and then drain the liquid. 1 can of coconut cream, half a cup of coconut oil, so the same ingredient that we used for the base, 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean extract, 1 cup of blueberries, the juice of 1 lemon, 1 teaspoon of stevia powder. Now, I'm not a big fan of processed sugars. Stevia is an excellent natural sugar. You can use other things like honey, yacon, organic maple as well. We're going to pop in a pinch of Himalayan or sea salt, and for the last layer, 400 grams of mascarpone with a teaspoon of stevia whisked in, and then blueberries and grated dark chocolate flakes to decorate. And earlier on today, my daughter picked some strawberries out of her garden, so I'm also going to slice some of that goodness up and pop them on top. And just a note on the chocolate, the higher the cacao percentage, the lower the sugar content. So when you're in the supermarket scrolling through all the chocolates, I highly recommend buying dark 85% or higher. The higher the percentage, the higher the antioxidants. But check the ingredients because you don't want added flavours and colourings. So let's start with the base. You're going to throw all your base ingredients into the blender. Now just a note here, I've soaked my almonds overnight. I always soak them. They're very high in phytic acid, so soaking and draining them off helps with digestion, as the soaking process releases the phytic acid, allowing our bodies to more easily absorb the nuts' nutrients. A little tip here with your dates, soak your dates for a couple of minutes before blending. And make sure you've checked for stones and removed them, or they will damage the blades on your blender. Just another thing that's good to know while this is blending up. When you're cooking with raw ingredients, you can play with the portion sizes. I'm making quite a thin base, but you can easily double the mixture if you like the base to be thicker. Okay, so once you feel the texture sticking together, you want to pop it in the base of your tin. But if you're anything like me, you won't be able to resist having a little taste first. Yep. That was good. Okay, let's get that mixture into the tin, but first of all, make sure you line it with a little bit of coconut oil, and then pop all your mixture in, spread it round and press it down with a spatula until flat. And then you're going to pop your base into the freezer while we make the filling. Okay, so now that the base is done, we want to pop all our filling ingredients into the blender. With your coconut oil, make sure that it's nice and soft. You can do this by simply popping it into a bowl of hot water, making sure, of course, that no water gets into your coconut oil. Once blended into a smooth, creamy texture, spread the mixture out evenly onto your base. And very important, remember to lick the spatula. For the last layer, you're going to gently blend in the stevia powder to the mascarpone. The cheesecake as it is in its current form, you could decorate and serve it up. So you have a choice here. You can either put the mascarpone on top, which I'm going to do, or you could pop it in a little dish like this and serve it as a side dish. And remember to decorate with fresh blueberries. I'm also popping some of my daughter's homegrown strawberries. She has had such an amazing crop this year and she just grows them out of a tractor tyre. And lastly, sprinkle over some grated chocolate. So there it is, ready to serve up and enjoy.